Hey, Facebook. Let's do this. Let's talk about the fundamental funnel conundrum, the problem with funnels, and why we close such a high percentage of business and most people don't. Most people have very low expectations of their funnel, right? I'm just checking the volume, make sure we're working here. So I'm going to share this with you, and I hope it helps. What I would really like you to do is drop comment and say, hey, I'm here. Let me know you're here. Let me know, ask questions, participate. And what I'm going to do is go here. Okay, cool. So let me know you're here. Before I forget, you can go to velocitycall.com, and I've opened up my calendar. I'll spend an hour with anybody to help you work on this stuff and understand it. But I'm going to tell you why there's a fundamental funnel conundrum, like why funnels don't work. And it's really, really simple. It's like as simple as when you throw something up in the air, it comes back down. And we know that, right? So the physical construct of a funnel in terms of what you're trying to use it for doesn't make any sense, right? So let me explain. Let me try to show you visually what I'm talking about here, because the physical construct of a funnel, right? The physical construct of a funnel, it looks like this. We're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the funnel and why there is a fundamental conundrum. And we're going to talk about no like trust, and why you probably think about it wrong. Okay. So this is the physical construct. Okay. And this is also the mental construct we have when we think of a funnel. Here's the problem. Functionally, we put water right here in the top of the funnel, and the physical construct funnels that water where we want it. Now, when we build funnels and we talk about marketing, we have this idea that we just drop people into the top of this funnel and they become clients. Here's why that doesn't work. The only reason this water right here gets pulled through the funnel so that the physical construct can do its job is because of gravity. Now, in real life, okay, it's just physics, right? Can we agree that, like, you drop a comment and say, hey, that makes sense to me because physics? The reason the physical construct of a funnel works in real life is because of physics, okay? Now, the actual funnel that we're talking about in marketing looks either like this or sometimes like this, right? Sometimes it's an uphill battle. At very best, right, you're on the same plane, okay? So here's why most people fail when they build funnels. There's no gravity. It's actually, okay, so what happens when you put water in right here? Some of it trickles here. Most of it just spills out here. Obviously, you put water here, none of it goes in. There is no vacuum. For this idea to work, there would have to be a vacuum here or a vacuum here, and there isn't, right? So this whole mental construct you have of a funnel in real life, it's a series of pages that you expect people to read, and because they're busy, right, it actually looks like this. It's actually an uphill battle to keep people's attention. There is, again, no gravity. Okay, so you got to get rid of this construct because this construct right here only works with gravity. Okay, so let's get rid of the funnel altogether. I understand the mental concept or the construct, but we're not literally dropping people into the top of a funnel and letting actual gravity physics pull them down, which means our funnel looks like this or like this, right? There is a way to create this vacuum, however, create your own gravity, okay? And you do that, you get them from this spot to this spot, or from top of funnel to bottom of funnel with messaging, goodwill, and value. Okay, that is your gravity. This is why we close such an obnoxious percent. You got messaging, goodwill, and value. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, because a lot of people are just slapping pages together, and like you have to think, why would I, if I'm right here, what on earth would make me want to go to this page? I got shit to do, right? So gravity is messaging, goodwill, value. And here's another one that's super important: insight. If you can get people to think differently, you are getting them through the quote unquote funnel, right? And let me know if that makes sense. Drop a comment. Anthony Turnbull says science, bitch. Correct. Makes sense. So it's super basic physics. Your funnel is not going to work because in real life, it's not actually a physical construct that we're dropping people into, which means we have to create the gravity. We have to create the vacuum. And so the know, like, trust is often misunderstood. It's know, like, trust, right? But to create this vacuum effect, okay, we're going to create this vacuum effect with here. I want them to know me. They have to know me before they can do anything else, right? So the very front end of all of my messaging is no. I'll show you something. If you see my little thing in the corner, the top right there, I'm wearing this watch, got a polo on. This video is going to go to cold audience. Cold audience is going to see this. So I want them to know me the way my first impression, right, is to know here who I am, what I do, and trust me. Okay. Then like. So if you go into my Facebook group or you start perusing my videos, what I'm doing is I'm giving insight. But you'll see me with bedhead. You'll see me like cruising around in the car. You'll see me just going live from my phone. Okay. First, the only thing cold audience is designed to see is stuff that's going to get them to know me. Okay. The way I want them to know me. The second set of stuff people is going to see is going to get them to like me. I'm going to give them insight. The last one is they're going to trust me. And I do that with goodwill. I tell them, I am transparent. I tell them when I can help them. I tell them when I can't. I tell them when I mess up. And I show success. I never show success to cold, right? So what's happening here is it's no, stop, like, stop, trust, stop. It's not no, like, trust, right? People go, oh, build a funnel, get them to know, like, and trust you. And what happens is they think that they can just drop people into a series of pages that they're going to read. But there's no reason to read them. There's no gravity. There's no vacuum, right? So the vacuum is the insight, know, like, and trust. Now let me show you kind of what that looks like. This is why we close a very high percentage. No. Goodwill content. Put a lot of content out there. Make it valuable. Give them something that they go, wow. I also retarget. So once they get to know me, they see me everywhere. Okay, that's one. No. Like, again, that's transparency. That's this kind of stuff. That's sharing. Now, like is where I'm trying to identify my kind of people, MKP. So this is where more than anything, you get my personality and my attitude. A great place to see that would be in my Facebook group. I just go live and I jam with you and I tell you what I think. I don't care if you don't like it because I'm looking for my kind of people, right? So this is a really wide net of ideal demographic that need to know me. Then I whittle it down to people that like my personality, share my attitude, share my disposition. Okay, so this is all like my Facebook group, my email list, that kind of stuff. This is going to be a warm audience. They already know me. Now, my warm audience, I'm just trying to get them to like me. And if they don't like me, I'm trying to get them to go away. I don't want them to click on my stuff. I don't want to pay for their clicks on advertising. And so this is really where I just show my unique disposition. Now, trust is where I demonstrate. I say, this is what we're doing. Here's the stats. You guys, if you're in my Facebook group, I showed you how we're getting a bunch of free traffic yesterday. I shared my screen with you. I showed you the stats, right? And then what happens is I just say, so that's what we're doing. If you want us to do it for you, it's like $3,000. Let me know. So now they know me, they like me, they trust me, and they know what it costs. Of course, I'm going to close 80% of them. I think right now, all calls this year, because we did some cold traffic, I closed 73%, right? Because this is the process, right? The funnel does not exist. The mental construct you have of the funnel is flawed because there is no gravity. People aren't just going to go through it like it's a fundamental law of physics, because it's not. It's actually the opposite. More than likely, when you hit a cold audience, this is what you're facing. Okay, they're coming in right here, and your messaging has to be so powerful and on point that it's actually getting them to climb up these steps because it's magnetic, right? This is how you need to think about your business. How do I message and help and show up in a way that people are willing to climb up to the top of this funnel? Because this is unrealistic and it's lazy. It doesn't exist. Hopefully that was useful. Let me know, drop a comment, give it a share. The fundamental funnel conundrum. The funnel, it's fake. Okay, the mental construct you have does not exist. No like trust. There has to be a pause in between, and you should segment that in your marketing strategically. And hopefully that all makes sense. It's just physics. Do my best to try to get you to think differently. Okay, that's part of the like and trust, right? Get you to think differently. And Jeff Clausen just said, love it. He is one of the brilliant minds of making this happen, getting people to climb up the ladder of the funnel versus just dropping them in and praying to God. They come out the other side, because those are the people that are in a lot of pain, right? They do exist. You will get people that just zoom through your funnel because right message, right time. But for everybody else, okay, dial in that, flip the funnel on its head and start thinking of your business with an upside down funnel. Put a little more effort into and think, not, I'm going to drop 100 leads in. Instead, think, what do I say? What do I do? How do I have to provide value in a way that will get somebody to climb up the side of the funnel to get to the other end? And your marketing will improve. The value you put out there will improve. Everything will improve. So don't assume gravity is going to do the work for you, because it's not. Cool.